cases to go to trial, and potentially the only one we could see going to trial before the 2024 election.
Yeah, we will see what happens. We'll know soon enough. Zach Cohen, thank you so much. Joining me now is the former engineer for Trump Construction Projects, former executive vice president for the Trump Organization, and author of the book, All Alone on the 68th Floor, How One Woman Changed the Face of Construction, Barbara Rez. So thank you for joining me tonight. From your experience working with him, I just want to get into the mindset a little bit here. How important is it for Trump to keep his image of being this successful and rich businessman? And what do you think is going through his mind tonight ahead of this bond deadline?
Well, I think he's like so angry that this is happening to him. He's looking for someone to blame. It is very important to him that he keep up this fantasy about him being the greatest businessman. And that's what he's concerned about now, actually. Maybe the election, but probably not. He thinks he's going to win. He wants to keep that face, that public face.
Yeah, and look, we have seen the proceedings and how they play out in court, whether on the civil or criminal side, impact what we've seen on the politics side and how he's being perceived by those who would potentially vote for him in November. Now, look, over the last few months, he's appeared to enjoy going to court for that reason, sort of using it as political capital, even seeing high poll numbers following those appearances. Do you think that changes tomorrow when it actually comes down to the money he has, or do you think he'll continue to capitalize off of some of these legal troubles?
You know, I know he's saying on his website or whatever it is, and publicly that he has the money, and his lawyers are saying no. I think that Trump would like the world to think he has the money, and they're going to try to delay this thing as long as possible. And, you know, the nonsense about going after his personal property and stuff, and how will that affect him? Yeah, I don't know. We're not anywhere near that step yet. But Trump really does not want to look like a loser, so to speak. And as far as these cases are concerned, I think he's still enjoying it. Even when he goes tomorrow, they're persecuting me. Look, they're going after me. I mean, he's diehard. People don't care if whatever he did. He said, yeah, he just don't care. And the more convictions, the more people say about him, the more, accusations, it just cements their fervent belief that people are against Trump because they want to kill democracy. They want to, change everything and go, black, whatever, web stuff. And they will stick with him. He'll be in jail and they'll be sticking with him.
Well, and that, of course, the timeline of all of this becomes a major question, too, because obviously we're in an election year, not just the civil fraud case that we're talking about here, but also he'll likely learn the trial date for the hush money case tomorrow as well here in New York. His team has been trying to delay that case and succeeded once already. But along with the other criminal trials he's facing, how important do you think it is that he faces the realities of these cases and, in some cases, the discipline stemming from these cases before the November election?
I think that, first of all, again, they're going to try to push it as far as they can, and they may succeed to some extent. As far as monitoring and adjusting his posture, it's not going to happen. It's too late. Those days are gone. He's a loose cannon, but he still believes. He still believes that he's going to get away with all of this.
Yeah, and I
so
think.
Yeah,
no, I think what I was going to say was that, you mentioned it earlier that he had falsely claimed he had $500 million in cash. His lawyers quickly clarified he does not have that cash on hand, which does, of course, have some impact as to what his lawyers have argued in court as well. He said he wanted to use that money for his campaign. Bottom line, the weight of the justice system does seem to be coming down on him in this manner. But it does not appear that he seems to have learned anything, at least from the judgment in this case. What's your read on his posturing, given everything that we're supposed to find out over the next 24 hours?
Well, again, I mean, first of all, he does believe he's going to get away with everything. Second of all, no matter how much comes down, no matter how many people believe it, he's going to lie. I didn't do it. I have 500 million. I'm this, I'm that. They're going after me. That is going to be constant. And I think that's what he wants to do. Does he believe? No, he does not believe he's going to go to jail. He does not believe he's going to lose his properties or anything else. He's Trump.
And on that point, I mean, obviously, you were former engineer for Trump construction projects here, one of your many roles. One of the possibilities is that some of his properties could be seized as part of this judgment. Is there a property that you think will hurt him more than the others? That if this goes, you would say to yourself, "Wow, that one was particularly important to him."
Well, years ago it used to be Trump Tower. He'll never lose Trump Tower. It's his name on Fifth Avenue. I don't believe that anymore. As far as the other properties are concerned, I heard one of the kids saying that they grew up in the Westchester golf course properties. And I said they were growing up with that. As far as that's concerned, the only thing I could think of is maybe Mar-a-Lago. That he might really, really want to hold on to. But again, whatever happens, he's going to spin it that it was intentional, bankruptcies work for him, all that stuff. So it's kind of fun watch. I hate to say it, but it's not fun for our country what we're going through.
Yeah, well, we will see what happens. We're going to get a lot of answers, I think, over the next 24 hours. And again, it'll be critical to see sort of where the New York Attorney General begins with some of those seizures if we get to that point, whether they go straight for bank accounts or they start going towards the properties, which is a little bit more, it takes a few more steps to actually make happen. Barbara Rez, thank you so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Of course. Still ahead.